If you're a fan of Kitchen Nightmares, you might remember the Hot Potato Cafe episode from Season 3. It was the first time Gordon Ramsay visited Philadelphia, and he had a lot of work to do to save this potato-themed restaurant. Let's revisit this episode, and then explore the post-airing fate of both the restaurant and the individuals featured in it. The Hot Potato Cafe was owned by sisters, Claire and Kathryn, along with their sister-in-law, Erin. They decided on a whim, without any experience or passion for the restaurant business, to open the restaurant in Fishtown, East Philadelphia. Without experience in the restaurant business, they made the mistake of focusing more on the decor than the food. They soon found themselves in trouble when a local food critic gave them a scathing review, calling them spuddy hell. The review was so bad that it went viral, and customers stopped coming to the cafe. The sisters had invested their life savings into the restaurant, and were in debt $250,000. They hired their niece, Danielle, who was only 21 years old, as the head chef. Danielle had no formal culinary training or experience, and was only there to help out her family. She felt completely out of her depth in the kitchen, and had no idea how to cook potatoes properly.
Even though I don't want to be a chef for a career, I was willing to help her out any way I could.
Gordon Ramsay arrived at the Hot Potato Cafe and met with the owners. He was shocked to learn that their head chef was so young and inexperienced. He's also surprised that none of them recommended a potato dish from the menu when he asked them for recommendations on what to try.
How weird is that? 3 owners, not one of you recommending a potato.
He ordered a hot potato soup, potato skins, and a shepherd's pie. He was appalled by the food he received. The soup was bland and lumpy, the potato skins were cooked 3 weeks prior and then frozen, and the shepherd's pie was greasy and tasteless. He sent the food back to the owners, who admitted that it was horrible. He went to the kitchen to meet Danielle, and found out that she was following recipes that she had been given by her aunt.
I've been given these recipes and I'm just rolling with them and I'm completely lost myself.
He realized that she had no passion for cooking, and that she was doing it out of obligation. The next day, Gordon observed a dinner service at the cafe. The place was packed with customers who heard that Gordon was there. The service was chaotic and sloppy, with no leadership or communication in the kitchen or the dining room. The food was subpar and inconsistent, with some dishes being overcooked and others being raw. Gordon met with the staff after the service, and was surprised that Danielle was calm and focused, while everyone else had no passion or enthusiasm. He told them that it was an embarrassing evening, and that he couldn't help them if they didn't care about their own restaurant. Ticked off at what he has observed that evening, Gordon decides to leave them, saying that he had never seen such a hopeless situation. The owners followed Gordon down the street, begging him to come back and help them. They told him that they still had hope, and that they wanted to make their restaurant work. Gordon agreed to give them another chance, but only if they showed him some commitment and energy. He returned to the cafe the next day and gave them a pep talk. He told them that they needed to change their menu, their attitude, and their standards. Gordon wants the Hot Potato Cafe to focus on what they should obviously be known for: fresh potatoes. Gordon proposes a challenge for the 4 ladies. Each of them gets 1 potato each, and they can make whatever dish they wish to make with it. The best dish will go on the menu that evening. Claire's dish is a baked potato with sour cream, chives, butter, and salt and pepper. A little too boring, but Gordon is at least happy that they are using fresh potatoes for a change. Erin's dish is a twice-baked potato, meaning she scooped out the inside of the potato and then mashed it with butter and green onion. Gordon likes it, but says it needs a bit more cheese on the top. Kathryn's dish has too much garlic, and Gordon finds it overpowering. Finally, we have Danielle's dish.
Roasted red peppers, spinach, some onions, and then topped with Parmesan cheese.
Sounds really good. Love the crispy skin.
Everyone likes Danielle's dish, and hence it is chosen as the one to go on the menu that evening. Next up, Gordon shows Danielle how to make a proper shepherd's pie in a potato Florentine dish, using fresh ingredients and simple techniques. He also gave her some tips on how to run a kitchen efficiently and confidently.
To cook side by side with Chef Ramsay is the biggest honor that I've ever had in my life.
That evening, they introduced the new menu alongside the old one. The old menu's portion sizes are huge though, often leaving diners with enough leftovers. Chef Ramsay had a chat with the owners. pointing out the substantial size of their dishes. The portions were so generous that customers were practically getting 2 meals for the price of 1. To tackle this issue, Ramsay brought in a bunch of takeaway containers, piled on top of each other to illustrate the true scale of the waste.
That's the exact number that we gave away tonight.
A significant reason for the oversized portions was the massive plates used in the restaurant. In a symbolic farewell to these large plates, they collectively tossed them against the wall. Gordon's team worked tirelessly overnight to remodel the restaurant. The next day, Gordon unveiled the cafe's makeover, complete with brand new signage out front of the restaurant. An inviting lounge area with furniture now graced the entrance, accompanied by freshly painted walls adorned with carefully chosen artwork. The old vinyl tables were replaced with sturdy wooden ones, giving the entire space a refreshed look. The biggest surprise for Danielle is that Ramsay introduces one of his own chefs, Richard Marsh, to come in and mentor Danielle for the next month.
Because you got it.
It is a huge relief. I finally got someone that cares. I can learn how to do this and do it right.
Moreover, Gordon has provided them with a new menu, centered on a smaller selection of fresh dishes and incorporating more seasonal ingredients. They also get a donation of 3 months' worth of free potatoes. The owners were thrilled with the changes and thanked Gordon for his help. The evening marked the relaunch of the revamped Hot Potato Café. Gordon extended invitations to some of their former customers, including the food critic who had previously given that scathing "Spuddy Hell" review. Danielle is feeling nervous, especially while preparing the dish for the food critic. All eyes are on him as he receives his plate and takes the first bite. Will he enjoy it, or is it destined for another Spuddy Hell experience?
Very sweet. It's good. So potato-rific.
From Spuddy Hell to potato-rific. Nice. Not only that, but both the old and new customers were impressed with the redesigned cafe and loved the new food. They praised Danielle for her improved cooking skills and complimented the owners for their improved service.
Madam, you're going to explode. I believe in you. Now believe in yourself.
Gordon was proud of them for turning things around and wished them all the best. The episode's narrator concludes by describing the turnaround of the hot potato as amazing. Gordon went the extra mile to boost their publicity, appearing on TV alongside Danielle and launching a promotional campaign throughout Philadelphia. As the icing on the cake, they garnered a positive review from a local newspaper that said the restaurant had a new starch on life. So, what happened to the Hot Potato Cafe after Kitchen Nightmares? Brian McManus, the reviewer who gave the Hot Potato Cafe the Spuddy Hell review before the Kitchen Nightmares episode, was impressed with the restaurant and menu makeover in a follow-up piece entitled "Nightmare No More, From Dud to Spud, Overnight in the Mother of All Turnarounds." What a difference the help has made, calling it a remarkable transformation from 2 years prior. The positive publicity would continue for the Hot Potato Cafe following Kitchen Nightmares. Claire was interviewed by the Philadelphia Inquirer the weekend after the Kitchen Nightmares episode aired at the end of January 2010. "Yesterday was our busiest night ever," said Claire. They had been running with Ramsay's changes for 8 months, but before the episode aired on TV, they were just hanging in there, paying our bills like everybody else, Claire said. It also mentions that it wasn't just Ramsay who seems to have taken a liking to Danielle. So did many of the viewers. She got like 14 marriage proposals, Claire said, referring to the emails that poured in from all over. At one point over the weekend, the restaurant's website crashed. Speaking of Danielle, she ended up leaving the Hot Potato Cafe just a month after the Kitchen Nightmares episode was filmed, in June of 2009. The reason for her departure is unclear. It is speculated that she did not want to pursue a career as a chef. As mentioned in the episode, she was only working at the restaurant to help her aunts out. At the time, she was studying pre-nursing in college. The quality of the food and service declined without Danielle as the chef, and the owners could not keep up with the debt and competition. Not only that, but the cafe failed to keep up with the high standards set during their time on Kitchen Nightmares. And soon, customers started leaving negative reviews about food quality and the service. They also said that the cafe had gone back to its old ways, serving frozen food instead of fresh. In a bid to make the most of the Kitchen Nightmares buzz, they decided to throw up a big banner with Gordon Ramsay's face on it outside the restaurant. Interesting choice. No kitchen nightmares mention, just a low-key watch the episode on Fox. When the restaurant's lease was ending on August 31st, 2010, the owners saw it as an opportunity to get out of the restaurant. They listed the restaurant on Craigslist for $175,000. It said, a 50-seat BYOB restaurant in the heart of the booming Fishtown neighborhood is available, recently made famous on an international reality show with Gordon Ramsay. All furniture/newer equipment and fixtures stay with the business. And of course, serious inquiries only. The Hot Potato Cafe called it quits for good in late August 2010, just half a year after the Kitchen Nightmares episode aired. Shortly after, whispers circulated in Philadelphia about what would take the Hot Potato Cafe's place. With the liquor license application in the mix, folks speculated it might turn into a bar. In 2010, a married couple with experience in the bar business from New York City stepped in, transforming the space into Lloyd's, a whiskey bar. Though some doubted if a bar could thrive in that area at the time, it turns out it's been a success story, still open 11 years later with some pretty positive online reviews. As you can see, they completely changed the interior design of the place. Quite the turnaround from the Hot Potato days. Danielle worked part-time at several bartending jobs after leaving the cafe, while at the same time studying to become a nurse. Here she is in the summer of 2009, which is around the time she left the Hot Potato Cafe. This is her mother, Maureen, at the Good Time Tavern, a Philadelphia area bar that she worked at. I'm not sure if Danielle worked there as well, or if she was just visiting her mother in the pictures. Perhaps it was her mother who needed help at the bar for a while, and that is the reason she left Hot Potato. Danielle worked for a while at Molly Malloy's, an Irish bar in Philadelphia's Terminal Market. As a bartender, she was really good at her job, and customers consistently had positive things to say. When Danielle was on duty, people were happy, and all I found were compliments about her. Nothing but praise for Danielle. She also worked for many years bartending at Tir na Nog, another Philadelphia Irish bar. There, she took part in the St. Baldrick's Shaving Heads to Conquer Kids Cancer Challenge, along with a friend of hers. She takes one last shot to calm her nerves, relying on a bit of Irish courage to give her a boost. They settle into the chairs, preparing for their hair to be snipped off, almost in disbelief about what they're about to experience. There it goes. First, the ponytail gets cut, and then they bring in the razor. No turning back now, she's committed to the full head shave, ready for the change of having no hair at all. Feeling a tad different, huh? Still processing what she just experienced, Danielle proudly shows off her fresh new look. In 2015, Danielle would achieve her dream of becoming a registered nurse, graduating from Jefferson Health with a bachelor's degree in nursing. She currently works as a float pool registered nurse at Thomas Jefferson University Hospital. As for the owners, it appears that all three of them left the restaurant business afterwards, although there's only limited information about them online. Kathryn embarked on a new professional journey with Southwest Airlines, making the bold decision to relocate to the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. In the midst of this tropical paradise, she not only found a fulfilling job with Southwest, but also discovered a genuine enjoyment in the laid-back island life. The combination of meaningful work and the serene beauty of Maui has made this transition a truly enriching and rewarding experience for Kathryn. There is no available information on Erin, and as for Claire, my search only turned up a Facebook profile. However, it seems quite sparse, with only one picture, and it hasn't been updated in a while. In her personal life, Danielle maintains a close bond with family. She keeps on savoring life, having a good time, and not letting things get too serious. Danielle discovered love in her own life, eventually deciding to tie the knot and joyfully embarking on the exciting journey of starting a family together. She consistently shares updates publicly on her Facebook profile. Wishing Danielle all the best in her continued journey. 14 years ago, Gordon Ramsay attempted to save the Hot Potato Cafe. Although the cafe didn't ultimately succeed, it leaves behind a lasting legacy of devoted customers and joyful memories that will be cherished by them forever.